Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we take the sources, the headlines, the social media chatter, all that industry buzz.
And we really dig in to find the actionable insight, turn the noise into signal for you.
Right. And today, wow, we are diving deep into a Hollywood moment. It wasn't just an event. It felt more like a strategic explosion almost.
You're talking about Tom Cruise showing up completely out of the blue on the set of NCIS Origin.
Total surprise visit.
Yeah, that headline, Tom Cruise shocks NCIS cast, it blew up instantly. But, for us, the really fascinating thing isn't just the shock value.
Wow.
It's what the surprise tells us about the bigger picture at Paramount Global. You're seeing these two huge forces kind of collide.
Like what?
Well, you've got the NCIS TV universe, massive, reliable, been around forever, super loyal audience.
Okay.
And then you have Tom Cruise piloting this, globe-spanning billion-dollar action brand. Mission Impossible, Top Gun.
So our mission here for you, the listener, is to look past this sort of surface-level celebrity sighting.
Right, the gossip aspect.
And really unpack the business logic underneath. What's this impromptu visit truly signaling about Paramount's strategy? Franchise synergy and all that.
And how does an endorsement from someone like Cruise, a top-tier star, actually translate into marketing muscle for a prequel series? Especially one that needs to carve out its own space.
We're pulling from quite a few articles covering this specific, what they call a serendipitous encounter on the lot.
Yeah, serendipitous. The key thing we're trying to figure out isn't just that it happened, but why the studio, let this be framed so publicly. Why amplify it?
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's get down to the basics. Where, when, who was actually there?
Okay, so this was super recent. Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Happened right there on the Paramount Studios lot.
And Cruise was just there.
Well, yeah, he was on the lot anyway, doing film business. They're still working on Top Gun 3, plus all the ongoing Mission Impossible stuff.
Right. He practically lives there sometimes.
Pretty much. And yeah, every report called it a surprise visit. Seems genuinely unplanned, at least from the cast's perspective.
But you have to think, the impact of that surprise, that's where the publicity value is, right? Imagine you're Austin Stowell playing young Gibbs.
Yeah, trying to build that character.
Suddenly Maverick himself just walks onto your set.
It's pretty wild. And he didn't just wave hello. He spent time with Austin Stowell, talked to the co-showrunners, David North and Gina Lucida Monreal, and other key people. Tyla Abercrumbie, Caleb Foote, Daniel E. Bellamy, even the special effects foreman, Taylor Estevez. It became this documented interaction almost immediately.
And the studio jumped right on it. That immediate viral impact, that's where you see the strategy click into place.
Definitely. The official NCIS for social media, they don't just post a photo. They called Cruise a VIP on set. Sets the tone right away.
But the real kicker was Austin Stowell's post. That photo with Cruise.
Oh, yeah, the caption was brilliant.
Gibbs Hunt, NCIS, impossible. Come on.
That's more than just a clever joke, right? It's, like you said, a branding fuse. It connects the NCIS world, maybe seen as more grounded, directly to the high-octane world of Ethan Hunt.
It tells the audience, hey, the stakes here, the vibe, it's serious enough to hang with mission. Impossible.
Exactly. It's powerful signaling.
It really is the highest form of cross-promotion you can get without actually writing a crossover episode.
Which probably wouldn't even make sense.
Right. And it's an endorsement from the guy whose last big movie, Top Gun, Maverick, made what? Almost $1.5 billion worldwide.
Yes, staggering numbers. So that one photo, that one interaction, it transfers all that action credibility, that success, onto this new TV show.
Which is huge for a prequel trying to establish itself.
But what's really fascinating here is it wasn't just random luck that he was there. There's this underlying creative connection.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't just, hey, Tom Cruise is on the lot, let's grab a photo.
Well, maybe a bit of that, but there's more substance.
Yeah.
It feels professional because of this shared inspiration.
You mean the Top Gun link? The bar.
Yes, exactly. Co-showrunner David J mentioned this on Instagram. When they were designing a key set for NCIS, origins this bar called Daly's.
Okay.
He and Gina Monreal apparently took inspo from the bar in Top Gun, explicitly.
Wow. Okay. So a direct nod?
A direct tribute to Cruise's own film legacy. So when Cruise shows up, it's not just a random set visit. He's seeing a piece of his own cinematic history reflected back.
And his reaction then becomes crucial. It validates their whole approach.
Totally. North said Cruise gave them advice and the love, and crucially, North seemed genuinely stoked. He said Cruise approved lull of the Daly's bar inspiration.
That lull makes it sound casual, but professionally, that's huge. It's like getting the ultimate stamp of approval from the king of the genre.
It really is. It's this subtle but really powerful green light. It says the show's creative choices are resonating at the highest level.
And it validates their attempt to give the prequel, a certain look and feel, that 90s action vibe that Cruise basically owned.
Right. It subtly tells the core NCIS fans, hey, this new show has cinematic quality, while maybe telling younger viewers, the Mission Impossible crowd.
This show has the right kind of action DNA. Maybe check it out.
Exactly. It bridges that gap.
Okay, but let me just, play devil's advocate for a second here.
Go for it.
If the TV show needs the movie division's biggest star to sort of validate its set design, doesn't that risk making the TV side look a bit smaller? Like it's seeking approval?
That's a fair question.
Oh.
Is there a risk NCIS Origins looks like it's asking for permission from the big movie star?
Yeah, like it needs the film boss's nod.
It's an interesting point. I think it's a calculated risk, maybe.
Yep.
But in today's world, with studios trying to build these unified brands across everything.
The interconnected universe thing.
Yeah, the benefit of showing that unity, that internal confidence, probably outweighs the risk of looking smaller. Having Cruise validate the show signals that Paramount sees it all as one big creative family.
It reinforces that they're all playing for the same team.
And that idea of a creative family, it gets reinforced by another little detail North shared.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
He mentioned that during Cruise's visit, they even had a special FaceTime appearance from Emilio Estevez.
Get out. Really?
Yeah. Which just shows, even in this spontaneous moment with a megastar, the creative folks on that lot are connected, sharing stuff, supporting each other.
Whether it's Tom Cruise walking in or Emilio Estevez beaming in on FaceTime.
Right. It paints a picture of a real interconnected culture there, not just a one-off marketing stunt.
Okay, so connecting this back to the bigger picture then, the timing. This wasn't just any random Wednesday, was it?
No, not at all. If we look at when this happened, the timing is just, perfect for promotion.
How so?
The visit was on Wednesday, October 15th. The NCIS Origins Season 2 premiere had aired the night before, on Tuesday.
Ah, okay. So the show was already making headlines.
Exactly. The show, following young Gibbs back in 1991, played by Austin Stowell, it had just gotten renewed for Season 2 back in February. And the premiere likely had people talking, especially since Season 1 ended on a cliffhanger. Remember Agent Lala Dominguez, Marilyn Leno's character?
Oh, yeah. The fiery car crash. They were really quiet about whether she survived.
Super quiet, built up the suspense. But the Season 2 premiere confirmed she survived. She's back at work. So fans were already engaged, buzzing about the show's return.
And then, bam, the day after the premiere, you drop the Tom Cruise photos.
Maximum amplification. It takes the existing buzz and just pours gasoline on it. Turns a nice surprise into a major publicity win that you can actually measure in terms of clicks and shares.
Smart timing. And this kind of thing showing up unexpectedly, it seems kind of on brand for Cruise, doesn't it?
It really does. Our sources all point to this not being some calculated one-off PR move forced by the studio. He actually does this sort of thing.
Right. I remember hearing about him popping up at that Top Gun orchestral concert in 2024.
Yep. And remember, back in 2023, he was famous for showing up at random movie screenings for Mission Impossible, just walking into theaters.
Yeah. People lost their minds.
He seems to genuinely understand that showing up, being present, it electrifies people. The fans, the press, the cast and crew he visits, it's part of his brand almost.
It shows he's invested, right, not just collecting a paycheck.
Exactly. But let's think about the demographics here for a second. The main NCIS show, it has this incredibly loyal fan base, but it tends to skew a bit older, right?
Traditionally, yeah. Procedural drama audience.
Whereas Mission Impossible, Top Gun,
yeah,
those are global action blockbusters. Huge scale, massive visual spectacle. They pull in a younger, more international crowd.
So the visit is basically Paramount using Cruise's star power, his cool factor maybe.
Yeah, his modern action cred.
To advertise NCIS. Origins to an audience that might normally just flip past CBS or Paramount Plus, correct?
Precisely. It's a calculated exchange of cultural capital, using the Cruise brand's reach and, frankly, its coolness to give the TV show a sheen of cinematic action quality.
Trying to broaden its appeal beyond just the diehard procedural fans.
It really highlights how blurred the lines are getting between the big-budget film side and the major TV productions at these studios. This visit is almost like a physical symbol of that line dissolving.
Totally agree. It feels like the studio saying, look, this is all one big ecosystem, one family, and our biggest star. He's on board with all of it.
It was just perfectly timed, leveraging Top Gun's legacy, Mission Impossible's current heat, all to boost a really important TV asset for them.
It connects everything together.
So this really raises an important question, something for you to think about.
Okay.
Given that the NCIS showrunners were already drawing inspiration from Cruise's movies.
Right, the Daly's bar thing.
And Cruise himself clearly approved, he liked the direction. How likely is it that we'll see this integration go further, beyond just, aesthetic nods or set design?
You mean like more deliberate crossovers? Or shared, resources?
Maybe not full crossovers, but could we see things like intentional training advice, or maybe shared stunt coordinators, ways to subtly weave the action DNA, the standard set by Cruise's film franchises, deeper into the NCIS universe?
Interesting. What else could young Gibbs learn from Ethan Hunt, right?
Exactly. Could that be the next step in truly blending these worlds on the Paramount lot?
That is definitely something to mull over as we watch how these big studios manage their interconnected world.
Food for thought.
Absolutely. You've been listening to The Deep Dive. Thanks for tuning in.